Orissa, once identified as a land of archaeological monuments, has of late turned into a major hub for industrial activity. Cradled with a rich reservoir of mineral resources and fascinating biodiversity, Orissa can lay claim to be the soul of India. Endowed with about 95% of chrome ore, 95% of nickel ore, 54% of bauxite, 33% of iron ore, plenty of coal and a variety of other minerals, the state government is making an optimistic pursuit to clinch a new horizon of success through industrial revolution. Exploitation of mineral resources has no doubt been a subject of discussion from the environmental perspective. But protection and further improvement of environment forms the basic objective of mining and down-the-line industries. The endeavor of Indian Bureau of Mines in this front is targeted at balancing the mineral exploitation and environment management through implementation of systematic and scientific mining practices coupled with environment protection measures. As a prelude to mining operation, exploration program is being carried out by the project proponents to assess the ore reserves both in terms of quality and quantity. In order to meet the growing demand of both domestic and overseas markets, mining activity has been moving towards greater mechanization with modern know-how. In view of the obvious impact on the ecology and environment due to mining activities, comprehensive corrective measures are being adopted to mitigate the adverse matrix and maintain ecological equilibrium. To promote awareness about mines environment and mineral conservation among all sections of mining employees, the Mines Environment and Mineral Conservation Week is celebrated every year under the aegis of IBM Bhubaneswar, covering metalliferous mines of the state of Orissa. A majority of the important mines of the region are participating in various competitions during MEMC week. During the week, inspection team members from different mines inspect the participating mines and evaluate their performance on afforestation, waste dump management, topsoil management, reclamation and rehabilitation, management of subgrade minerals, installation and use of mechanical beneficiation facilities, crushing, air quality management, sedimentation and water management, and aesthetic beauty of the mines. The first MEMC week celebrations were observed in 1998 with the participation of 25 mines of Orissa. This year, the 9th successive Mines Environment and Mineral Conservation Week, more than 100 mines of various minerals participated in the MEMC week celebrations. Afforestation is a key measure to address negative effects on environmental attributes such as air, water, noise, soil characteristics, and microecosystem. Accordingly, nurseries of various species are developed to take up afforestation program matching the local conditions. The afforestation program covers avenue plantation, colony area plantation, and plantation around the active mining area to arrest and absorb suspended particulate matter and reduce noise due to the movement of mining machineries, among others. Plantation over the dead waste dumps, reclaimed pits, and along the stream course are aimed at checking soil erosion and consequent water pollution. Efforts are made to compensate the forest loss through plantation of native species. As a social obligation, a forestation program is also taken up in government wasteland and non-productive land in villages. The ores and minerals are invariably associated with gangue materials and subgrade ores, which do not have market at present because of their low tenor value. The minerals and ores, being non-renewable, are fast depleting from the crust of the earth. It is therefore wise to conserve subgrade ores for our successors, which can be utilized by suitable beneficiation techniques for extraction of valuables in the future. The subgrade ores segregated during mining operation are stacked separately. Scientific waste dump management practices aim at minimizing the environmental degradation. The waste dumps are to be preferably located on impermeable ground to check its erosion and contamination of surface and groundwater. The waste dumps are terraced to avoid slope failure. Fast-growing species are planted over the dead waste dumps to minimize erosion. Coir matting is the latest methodology to hold the erosion-prone waste, and this is followed by plantation of legumes and fast-growing grass species, and at times the regular species. Toe walls and garland drains are constructed to arrest outflow of waste and protecting from hazards downstream. With changes in the market scenario, the waste dumps of previous years, particularly in iron ore mines, have been successfully marketed, earning much needed foreign exchange through export. The extraction of minerals in surface mining creates a void which needs to be reclaimed and rehabilitated to restore the ecology of the area. The topsoil encountered during mining operations are preserved for utilization during reclamation of worked out pits. The wastes are utilized for backfilling, and the topsoil removed in course of mining operations are utilized for spreading over the backfilled area. This is done concurrently with mining operations wherever practicable, followed by plantation of native and fast-growing species. For meeting the buyer's requirements, the crude minerals and ores are calibrated by crushing and screening plants in the capacity range of 100 tons per hour to 3000 tons per hour. The in-pit crushing and screening plants have become a trend at present to increase efficiency and bring about reduction on the cost of production. The air pollution caused by generation of dust during calibration is addressed by sprinkling of water through pressurized nozzles along the conveyor belts, ore bins, transfer points, and crushing and screening houses. Dry fog system has been adopted to arrest the respirable particulate matter near the working sites. In large mechanized mines, the beneficiation plants help control a steady supply of graded raw material, and the tailings are discharged in tailing dams. Zero discharge tailing dams are now being preferred to stop water pollution from tailings. The effluents discharged from mines in hilly terrains are channelized and suitably settled in silt basins located at the foothill. Check dams, toe walls, and boulder castings are erected along the stream course in stages to arrest the downflow of silts and mine washoffs. The silt basins and slime ponds help in settling the dissolved materials, and the water is being recycled for industrial use. The domestic and plant effluents are similarly led to septic tanks and settling ponds in different stages and are then suitably treated in water treatment plants for recycling. The environmental attributes like air, surface and groundwater, noise and vibration level, soil characteristics, ambient temperature, wind speed and direction, humidity and dust fall are regularly monitored. This monitoring is done seasonally as per the existing guidelines. Improvement in the aesthetics of the area also gives a healing touch to the scar etched due to the mining activities. In pursuit of socio-economic development of the locality, comprehensive development schemes are being adopted. The relentless efforts of the mining fraternity to bring a synergy of industrialization with environmental protection and to bequeath a clean and healthy ambience for future generations has brought out a metamorphosis in the social fabric, rekindling the hearts of everyone with a resolute commitment for a better future. This is a commitment for fulfilling the cherished social objective of mining.